what you call something matters a lot. Think about kids. They get names. Do you know anybody? There's songs about a girl with a boy's name or a boy with a girl's name. A boy named Sue, right? So what you name something matters. And it matters a lot. So why do people pull random names, like my business partner Steve, when he first got into live events? He'd been on the performing side. He managed kitchens and stuff like that on the back end for the hotels, for the event venues. So he went out, he'd done a ton of them, figured, hey, I can do this. He named his event the Restaurant Manager's Event. That was his name. He went to Vegas. He rented a show ballroom for 1,000 people. 1,000 people. Now, granted, the name wasn't the only thing he did wrong, but he ended up selling two people. 2 people came to his event. He ended up canceling, went back to the drawing board, and then figured it all out. But one of the big reasons why no one was interested is because the Restaurant Manager's Event is not a compelling name. No one sees that and thinks, oh, I should be there. Now, if it was something like how to manage a restaurant without pulling your hair out, it might be a little bit more compelling. See, what you call your event matters a lot. Like, it's got to be compelling. It's got to be something that engages people and makes them say, yes, I want to see that. Yes, I want to go learn about that. Yes, this is for me. See, the name is the very first thing that people look at. It's the very first thing people see. And so if it's not compelling, they probably won't look further. That's why we're calling this the Live Events Launchpad. Because a lot of people want to put on live events, but they don't know where to start. So we are launching them. We're helping them get started. That's why we picked Live Events Launchpad, because it's compelling. And here's another tip. It tells exactly what we're doing. Live Events Launchpad, right? Live events, that's what we're doing. We're launching them. So your name, don't just come up with a clever name. Come up with a name that actually describes what you're doing, what the purpose is, what the point is behind your product, your service, your event, your fill in the blank. So I hope you understand how important it is to name something. I would spend 90% of the, and I see this all the time. So when people are out there building an event, writing a book, whatever, they spend all this time creating the content. The content is the least important part of the program, of the event. The most important part is what's going to get them hooked so they show up to see the content. See, your content you can pull together. You as an expert are going to provide amazing content and amazing value, whether you have 10 days to prepare or 1 day. But when it comes to getting people in the room, if you wait and do that as an afterthought, you are going to have such a hard time deciding, okay, this is it. This is what we're looking at. This is what's going to work. So you've got to create a compelling title, a title that gets people engaged. It hooks them and they say, whoa, Live Events Launchpad. I've thought of doing a live event. Let's check this out, right? That's why we picked the name. We want to intrigue people, engage them, get them to listen. So when you're putting together your event, do the same. Don't just call it a sales boot camp, right? Maybe it should be how to sell people without being a pushy salesman, right? Much better title that teaches and shares what you're gonna do. So I wanna encourage you, take time, figure out what is the right name. What is the best name for your event, for what you're doing, for who you're helping, what is going to engage them and get them to say, what? I want to learn more about that. That's interesting. Let's think about that. So that's one thing I want to encourage you to think about and to look at is, what are you calling things? What is the name? What is the title? Because it matters, and it matters a lot. Now, if you want other tips and tactics on how to put on a profitable and life-changing event, I want to invite you to join us for the Live Events Launchpad. We are going to be sharing our techniques, our tactics, our strategies that we use to create profitable, life-changing events over and over and over again. So take action, join us. It's coming up in 2 weeks. It's crazy that it's in 2 weeks, but it's free. So join us, and it's virtual, which means you don't have to travel. You don't have to do any of that fun stuff. Join us, liveeventslaunchpad.com. You can get registered to join us, and that's where we're going to go into more tips like how important it is to name something and pick a name that's compelling, that's going to get someone to say, yes, I want to be there. Yes, I want to do that. All right, guys, I hope you have a fantabulous day, and we'll talk to y'all real soon. We'll see you later.